Why you must become unrecognizable. Epictetus said, "First tell yourself what kind of person you want to be, then do what you have to do." Most men won't recognize the moment their soul starts to die. It's not sudden. It doesn't scream. It slips in silently. When your mornings are uninspired, your goals vague, and your identity tangled in comfort and routine. You're not in pain. You're not ecstatic. You're just numb. That numbness? It's the slow death of your potential. You wake up, grab your phone, scroll endlessly, eat food you didn't earn, speak words you don't mean, and do work that doesn't light a fire in you. You smile for people you don't respect. You seek comfort from distractions instead of discomfort from growth. And with each passing day, you're becoming invisible, not to others, but to yourself. That man you wanted to be when you were younger, the disciplined one, the focused one, the magnetic one who radiated power and presence. He's watching from behind the curtain, wondering when you'll finally break out. This video is at break. This isn't a how to feel good video. This is a 7-day war plan, a full-blown identity assassination to kill the soft, passive, reactive version of you and become someone so sharp, so focused, so deeply in control of himself that even your reflection won't recognize you. Stoicism isn't about growing a beard and quoting dead philosophers. It's about rebuilding your foundation day by day, thought by thought, habit by habit, until you stand in a storm and smile untouched. This 1-week Stoic transformation will feel like a fight, because it is. Each day will strip away an old part of you, the part that craves validation, the part that reacts to chaos, the part that breaks under pressure, the part that hesitates, doubts, avoids, lies, hides. We'll replace them with ancient armor, clarity, discipline, control, silence, fire. This isn't a motivational speech. It's a blueprint. Every day will challenge you. Every lesson is built on timeless Stoic truths, but adapted for your real, modern life. If you commit to this routine, and I mean truly commit, you'll walk into day 7 like a different species. More silent, more dangerous, more you. Why do you need to become unrecognizable? Because the version of you that fits in, the version that gets likes, the version that bends, softens, apologizes, avoids hard conversations, hides from fear, that version is a cage. And this week, we burn the cage. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete daily Stoic protocol that, if followed without compromise, will not just change your habits, it will reconstruct your identity. So stay till the very last second, because day 7 will reveal something most men never learn their entire lives. Let's begin. Day 1. Destroy the echo, silence the noise, find the truth. Epictetus said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." Before you can build the new you, you must destroy the old echo. And by echo, I mean this, the noise of the world that has been bouncing off your walls, distorting your voice, weakening your thoughts, and shaping your identity without you even realizing it. Your first day of transformation isn't about doing more. It's about doing less with absolute intention. Modern men don't live in silence anymore. They live in distraction. The first thing they touch in the morning, their phone. The first thought they have, not their own. It's a headline, a meme, a message, a woman's photo, a notification, noise. Noise that pulls you away from your center. Here's what you'll do on day 1. Task 1. No external input for the first hour. No phone, no music, no social media, no internet, not even the news. The first 60 minutes of your day will belong to you and you alone. Because if the first thing you consume is someone else's thoughts, you start reacting instead of creating. You lose your inner voice before it has a chance to speak. Make coffee or tea. Sit in silence. Journal. Meditate. Walk slowly. Breathe deeply. Let your thoughts rise without judgment. Let them whisper the truth you've been too distracted to hear. Task 2. Write down 3 brutal truths. In silence, truth emerges. And sometimes it punches hard. Write down 3 things you've been avoiding. Not surface-level tasks. Truths. Are you avoiding a decision? Are you clinging to someone who doesn't respect you? Are you numbing yourself with distractions? Be brutally honest. Because day 1 isn't about feeling good. It's about seeing clearly. The Stoics believe clarity is the beginning of all virtue. You cannot change what you refuse to look at. Task 3. Eliminate 1 toxic input. This could be a social media app, a person you obsessively check on, a YouTube rabbit hole, a podcast that fills you with outrage instead of wisdom. Pick one. Delete it. Block it. Walk away. Why? Because every time you allow toxic input into your space, you give permission to the world to shape your identity for you. You're trying to become unrecognizable, not more like them. Stoic reminder. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." When you silence the world, you hear your own chains rattling, but you also see the key in your hand. Day 1 action summary. No external input for 1 hour after waking. Journal 3 brutal truths. Eliminate 1 toxic influence. Sit in solitude with discomfort. This day may feel awkward, even painful. Good. That's proof of how far you've drifted. But now, you're back at the center. And from here, we rebuild. Day 2. Star the weakness. Build the body, build the mind. Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Modern comfort has convinced men that discipline is optional. But look around. Soft faces, soft hearts, soft lives. And beneath it all, quiet misery. Why? Because the man who never trains his body will never master his mind. On day 2, we attack your weakness at its core, your physical softness, your lack of ritual discipline, and the myth that your body doesn't matter in building inner power. Let's get one thing clear. This isn't about vanity. It's about violence. The daily, quiet war you must wage against your own comfort. Task 1. Fast until you feel the hunger. Fasting is the Stoics' ancient tool for strength, not just a body, but a spirit. Seneca said, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?' Skip your morning meal today. Push your first food intake 4 to 6 hours after waking. Feel the discomfort. Let it sharpen you. Hunger is not an enemy. It's a messenger. It reminds you do not need instant satisfaction to function. You need self-control to dominate. Task 2. Train not to look good, but to suffer well. Pick a physical activity that pushes you past comfort. Bodyweight circuit. Weighted carry, hill sprints, cold outdoor walk, gym workout without music or mirrors. Don't train for aesthetics. Train like a warrior sharpening his weapon, because you are. Sweat should become your prayer. Discomfort your altar. Why? Because every rep, every breathless moment, every burn in your legs trains your mind to remain calm under pressure. When life hits, the man who suffers daily by choice doesn't flinch. He's trained for chaos. Task 3. No junk input, no junk output. On this day, eliminate junk food, porn, passive YouTube scrolling, music that distracts instead of sharpens. Replace it with water, real whole foods, deep, reflective music or silence. Readings from Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, training without reward or dopamine. When you train your palate to prefer what is good over what is easy, you awaken a new level of control, and control is power. Stoic reminder, Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This isn't about talking, it's about bleeding, about sweating silently in rooms no one sees. So when they see you again, they feel the difference. Day 2 action summary. Begin day with a fast, 4 to 6 hours minimum. Do a raw, intense physical workout with no entertainment. Avoid all junk content, junk food, and indulgent habits. Journal how your discomfort sharpened your mind. Today, you begin to look and feel unlike the man who woke up yesterday. You're not training your body. You're training your edge. Day 3, embrace the mirror, radical self-honesty, and internal war. Confucius said, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior." By now, your body is sore. Your cravings are irritated. Your comfort is screaming. Good. That means your mask is cracking. But what lies beneath? That's the question day 3 is here to answer. You see, most men avoid the mirror, not just a physical one, but the mirror of self-examination, because to look too long is to realize how far you've drifted from the man you promise yourself you become. Today, we destroy the lies. We tear through the illusions, and we look at you without filters, justifications, or escape. Task 1. Sit with the mirror, physically and spiritually. Find a mirror. Sit in front of it. No music, no talking, no distractions. Just you and your reflection. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Look into your own eyes. Ask silently, do I respect this man? What have I been pretending not to know? Where have I lied to myself? This will feel intense. You want to look away. You want to grab your phone. Don't. Most men live their whole lives unseen, even by themselves. Today, that ends. Task 2. Journal your hidden addictions and weaknesses. What are you addicted to? It's not just porn or food or validation. It could be the need to be liked, the fear of rejection, the fear of starting over, passive waiting for something to change. List them all. Then next to each one, answer this. If I continue to let this control me, who will I become in 1 year, 5 years? This is your map of decay. But knowing it is your first act of rebellion. Task 3. Declare your internal enemy. Now it's time to define the war. Choose one behavior or thought pattern that has ruled your life. Just one. It could be procrastination, people-pleasing, anger, jealousy, fear of confrontation, lack of commitment. Name it, describe it, speak to it aloud. You are not me. You are the weakness I will destroy. This isn't woo-woo. This is mental combat training. Until you separate from your self-sabotage, you will always think it's part of your identity. It's not. It's a parasite. And today, you begin to starve it. Stoic reminder. Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." You existed long enough. Now it's time to live. And life doesn't start with motivation. It starts with truth. Day 3 action summary. Sit in front of a mirror for 10 silent minutes of reflection. Journal your hidden weaknesses and addictions. Define your primary internal enemy. Declare war on it, verbally and in writing. Today isn't about self-love. It's about self-confrontation. Because once you see the monster within, you no longer fear the monsters outside. Day 4. Master the void. Learn to be alone without being lonely. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." We live in the noisiest age in human history, yet men have never been lonelier. How can that be? Because we've replaced solitude with stimulation and called a connection. But deep down, you know the truth. If you can't sit with yourself in silence, you've never really met the man you are. Day 4 is the turning point of your Stoic transformation. It's the day you confront the void and conquer it. This void is where most men break. They fear stillness. They fear silence. They fear the space between thoughts where no one is there to validate, distract, or praise them. But here's the paradox. A man who can master solitude becomes unstoppable in the world. Task 1. 24 hours of solitude practice. Today, carve out at least 2 uninterrupted hours to be completely alone. No phone, no notifications, no digital noise, no talking, just you and your presence. What to do? Sit by a window and observe. Walk without headphones. Journal without aim. Stare into space and breathe. It will feel strange. Your mind will try to run, but don't chase it. This is how you build emotional resilience, not by reacting, but by being. Because once you realize you don't need anything outside of you to feel whole, you become sovereign. Task 2. Write the loneliness letter. Take 30 minutes to write a letter from your loneliness. Yes, from it, not to it. Let it speak. Ask, why are you here? What are you trying to teach me? What am I afraid to face when I'm alone? This is not sentimental. This is strategic. When you personify your inner emptiness, you strip it of power. You turn it into a mentor, not a monster. Many men have been ruled by loneliness because they never listened to it. You will. Task 3. Build the alone list. Make a list of at least 10 things you can do alone that elevate you. Examples: reading philosophy, working out, cleaning your room, practicing breathing exercises, studying something complex, cooking with care, listening to classical or instrumental music, walking in nature, reflecting on past failures, building a personal project. This list becomes your daily arsenal against boredom, sadness, distraction, and neediness. Once solitude becomes a weapon instead of a wound, you become unmanipulatable. Stoic reminder. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Solitude is not the absence of love. It is the presence of strength. Most men collapse without validation. The Stoic man thrives in silence. Day 4 action summary. Spend at least 2 hours completely alone and unplugged. Write a letter from your loneliness to explore hidden fears. Create a list of 10 powerful solo activities that build you. Reflect on how much control you give others simply by fearing time alone. Today, you stop chasing the world and let it chase you instead. Day 5. Burn the boy, the day you stop being nice and start being honest. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man must stand erect, not be kept erect by others." There's a lie most modern men live under, a quiet, poisonous deception handed to them since childhood. Be nice. Keep everyone happy. Don't upset her. Don't speak too strongly. Don't set boundaries. You'll seem aggressive. And so, they shrink. They smile when they're disrespected. They agree when they should walk away. They tiptoe through life, afraid to offend. But nice is not the same as good, and harmless is not the same as virtuous. Today is the death of the boy, the day you burn the version of yourself that existed to please everyone. This is the day you become honest. Task 1. The cost of being nice. Every man who gets manipulated, ghosted, disrespected, or ignored by women was once just trying to be nice. But niceness isn't rooted in strength. It's rooted in fear. Fear of disapproval. Fear of confrontation. Fear of being alone. Fear of appearing mean. So instead of telling the truth, you stayed quiet. Instead of walking away, you stayed too long. Instead of setting boundaries, you overexplained, overgave, and over-apologized. That ends today. Task 2. The mirror test of integrity. Take a pen. Write down 3 recent moments you held your tongue or betrayed your own standards to be liked. Then answer, what did I fear would happen if I spoke honestly? What would a grounded, stoic man have said or done? What damage did I cause by staying silent? Here's what you'll see. Your silence wasn't kindness. It was self-abandonment. And when you abandon yourself, no one respects you, especially not women. Task 3. Define your 3 non-negotiables. Today, carve out 3 core values that no one can cross, no matter how beautiful, persuasive, or emotionally chaotic they are. Examples. I don't tolerate being interrupted or disrespected. I don't chase after silence. I don't reward emotional manipulation with attention. I don't cancel my plans to please someone else. Now commit to this. If anyone violates these standards, you will respond with calm honesty and walk away if needed, not because you're angry, but because you finally respect yourself more than you fear rejection. Stoic reminder. Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The Stoic man doesn't raise his voice to be heard. He speaks once, and his energy says the rest. He doesn't beg for love. He embodies it, beginning with self-love through honest living. Day 5 action summary. Write 3 moments when you were nice instead of honest. Reflect on the damage caused by fear-driven silence. Define your top 3 non-negotiable boundaries. Prepare how you will enforce them calmly and clearly. Today, you cremate the boy who feared disapproval, and you step into a man who is respected, even in silence. The boy was liked, but the man is remembered. Day 6. Embrace the hard path. Choosing pain today over regret tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius said, if you seek tranquility, do less. Or more accurately, do what's essential and do it well. You know what's easy? Postponing discipline. Delaying the gym. Saying, I'll start tomorrow. Letting life distract you while your dreams rock quietly in the background. That's what the world calls comfort. But comfort is a slow death, and comfort is the path of the weak. Today, we face a truth that most men spend their entire lives running from. The hard path is the only path that leads to strength, peace, and power. Task 1. Pain now or pain later, but you will pay either way. Look around you. Look at the men you know who avoided the hard work. Physically weak, emotionally unstable, spiritually empty, addicted to distractions, living a life they didn't choose, but settled for. They thought they were avoiding pain, but in truth, they were only postponing it, because life will always demand a price, either the short-term pain of discipline or the long-term agony of regret. One pain lasts an hour, the other lasts decades. Which one will you choose? Task 2. Today's discipline is tomorrow's freedom. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? What life do I want to live? What version of me would I be proud to look back on in 10 years? Now ask this, am I doing anything today that moves me closer to that? If the answer is no, then you're already on the wrong path. You're not becoming the man you admire. You're just thinking about him as if he's someone else. But he's not. He's you, on the other side of hard work. Task 3. Design your personal pain ritual. Today, choose one thing that you've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable. Examples: cold showers, a 2-hour silent walk, an intense 1-hour workout, fasting, having a hard conversation, turning your phone off for the day. Do it, no matter what. Then journal. What did I feel during it? What story was my mind telling me to avoid this? Who would I become if I did this daily? This is how Stoics forged unshakable minds. They chose hardship on purpose because they knew something that most people forget. Comfort makes you weak. Struggle makes you free. Stoic reminder. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show men what they are. Every hardship is a mirror. It reveals what's real and what's imagined, and it is in discomfort that the real you is born." Day 6 action summary. Reflect on your long-term regrets versus short-term struggles. Choose one discipline you've avoided and do it. Journal what it revealed about your mental programming. Commit to embracing one hardship per day, every day from now on. Today, you trade comfort for character, and that is the rarest deal in the modern world. Day 7. Become unrecognizable. Rebirth through inner fire and final reflection. Marcus Aurelius said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." You've made it to the final day. But this is not the end, it's the beginning. Because the goal was never just discipline, silence, detachment, or boundaries. The goal was transformation. And transformation isn't about becoming a better version of who you were. It's about becoming someone your old self wouldn't even recognize. Today, we burn the old and rise as the new. Task 1, the death of the old identity. Look back. Who were you a week ago? What did you tolerate? What drained your energy, your focus, your self-respect? Now realize that man is gone, because over the last 6 days you faced your distractions, chose solitude over approval, turned your pain into power, broke the chains of validation, chose purpose over pleasure, confronted the hard path, and today you finish the process by doing something most men never do. You bury your old identity and walk away. Take a sheet of paper. Write who I was and list everything weak, avoidant, scared, needy, and reactive about the man you used to be. Then burn it. Literally. Watch it turn to ash. This is your rebirth ritual. Task 2, the final reflection ritual. Now write your new code. Who I am now. Define yourself in 10 unbreakable lines. For example, I am the master of my emotions. I choose silence over reaction. I walk away from anything that insults my soul. I don't explain my worth. I embody it. I train when no one's watching. I seek clarity over chaos. I do hard things daily. I expect nothing but give everything to my path. I don't chase, I attract. I am sovereign in mind, strong in heart, and grounded in principle. Write this on your wall, your mirror, or your phone background. Read it every morning. Let this be your new name in this world. Task 3, re-enter the world silently. You don't need to announce your transformation. The world will notice. She'll notice when you don't flinch anymore. They'll notice when you speak less, but with impact. Your energy will become your signature. Your silence will become louder than their chaos. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your growth. Just become unrecognizable. Stoic reminder. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Let them wonder what happened. Let them guess how you changed. Let them feel the power of a man who knows who he is." Day 7 action summary. Write down everything you're letting go from your old self. Burn it in a fire ritual. Define your new identity in 10 lines. Print or post it somewhere visible daily. Re-enter your life with quiet power, not needing to prove anything to anyone. You are no longer who you were, and that is your ultimate power. Final Stoic advice. The Stoic man is a rare breed. This world is filled with emotional chaos, distraction, and manipulation. But you walked a different path this week. You've stood still in the storm, embraced discomfort, faced your shadows, stopped chasing, and started building. You now possess what most men never will, internal control. And from here on out, remember, discipline is a daily ritual. Power is silent, purpose over pleasure. Solitude is sacred. Boundaries are love. Hardship is training. Emotion is a signal, not a command. You are no longer a man who reacts. You are a man who chooses. If this journey has awakened something within you, subscribe to this channel, Stoic Desire, not just for more videos, but for more the man you're becoming. Because we don't teach you how to fit in. We teach you how to stand apart. We don't chase trends. We chase truth. We don't beg for respect. We command it silently. This is Stoic Desire. Welcome to the elite path. Your next transformation begins now.